All right. Oh, echo. Hey now. There we go. Let's get this guy together here. All right. Weird that I'm still hearing a little echo. Interesting. Hello, YouTube. Hello, whatnot. Welcome, welcome. There we go. All right. Okay. There we go. We got our audio. We got our video. How about that? All right, let's get some stuff going here. Welcome, everybody. My name is Chris. It's the Cool and Common Stream. It is the Wednesday night book show here on the Cool and Common Stream. It is our first book stream that we are officially simulcasting to YouTube. So if you're checking this out on YouTube, thanks so much. Appreciate that. I am streaming live and selling live here on Whatnot. Again, if you're on YouTube, check out the Whatnot links there. Come and join me on Whatnot. You get a nice little $15 coupon to spend wherever you want. Not just me, anybody on Whatnot. So come on by, check it out. Previously, we have simulcasted some comic book shows. And hope actually I got some good feedback on those. A lot of people were checking them out, so I appreciate that. Tonight, though, it's a little bit different. Tonight, we are here with our Wednesday night book show. Every Wednesday night, we have a book show. And this week, it is the Vintage and Antiquarian show, hence the classical music. I usually do a book show every Wednesday. We're here at the top of the list, Antiquarian. The next one will be books about sex and related, not pornography, not Playboys, not Penthouse. Books about sex and related, mystery and suspense, a fantasy show, a horror show, a sci-fi show. I participate in a monthly kids book raid train. I missed the train this month, but I'll be doing a kids book show this weekend as well. All right, so there you go. So take a moment to check out the books in the store. If you have interest in anything in there, let me know. I do actually have two boxes full of vintage books that are not in the store. So what I typically like to do is just kind of start the show, warm it up a little bit with some of the books that are not in the show. You can take your time, look through the store. There's more than a handful of books in there. But I've got some nice reader copies, some other vintage copies that you might be interested in. So this is an Agatha Christie book. It's got some light tanning, a little bit of wear on the covers. I haven't seen this one before. I've sold this book a number of times. We got a name in there. It's Agatha Christie's 10 Little Indians, also known by the title And Then There Were None. All right, let's get this one going here. Let me see. Let me pin the new category here. A vintage book. Here we go. This one's got a little wear. We're not going to start it up. Most of my books start at $3. Let's start this one at, oh God, not 12. No. 2, and let's go 20 seconds and get it running. All right. Starting it up with 10 Little Indians. Agatha Christie. I call these vintage books. I should let you know when it's from, right? So most of these I think were 66. I got a handful here from the 60s. This is a permabound copy. Yeah, March 1966. 19th printing. All right, we'll set that one to the side. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you had a good week. I am back fresh from Hamilton, Montana. I was there last week for business, and it took me 2 days to get there. I'll explain that later. All right, here's a cool one. I love this kind of stuff. Strange Events Beyond Human Understanding. An all-new, all-true collection of unusual happenings, so fantastic, so amazing as to stagger the imagination. Documented stories about the nightmare that saved a drowning man, an apparition in the jungle, The Phantom Repairman, the rifleman who kept shooting after he died. There you go. Strange but true stories in that kind of horror vibe. It does have a name and address here from Emmaus, Pennsylvania. Some light tanning on the inside. Back covers. Otherwise in nice shape. Alright. Books about... So this author has also written books about ESP, mnemonics, the occult. In his research, this is another 1966. Let's check out some of the stories. The Strange Visions of Annie Bahami, Flat Tire on a Mountaintop, The Undertaker Who Couldn't Sleep, The Crying Spectre, The Superhuman Strength of a Mother. Oh, they actually quoted that in the Hulk TV show. Yeah. Interesting. All right, let's get this one going. It should be pinned, yeah? Hold on. Yeah, let's start this one up. Here we go. $3.20. If there is anything in the store that you see that you would like me to run for you, just let me know in the chat. More than happy to get it going. I'm just starting with a handful of paperbacks, and then we'll go to some bigger books, some maybe more interesting books. All right, next one. Little Alfred Hitchcock. All different genres here in the Vintage Book Show. Alfred Hitchcock's Noose Report. 14 breathtaking hangman's knots that are not to be missed. Classic. A little bit of staining on the top line here. It doesn't go through the pages. You can kind of see it here. It goes through the back few pages, but then disappears. Nice one. Do this one at $1. Do some dollar starts here. Let me get the year on this one. Another 1966 First Dell printing. Nice little horror and suspense. Start this one up for $1. 20 seconds, up and running. So my trip to Hamilton, Montana actually took 2 full days. Flying from Philadelphia to Dallas, Dallas to Montana, and this is last weekend where there were those horrible storms that cut across the country. So we all get on the plane at 6 a.m. and Captain tells us, ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to be taking a look at changing our flight plan. Here's a cool one. Check this out. So they changed the flight plan, and we sat there for an hour before we took off. Now, my connecting flight was in Dallas, and got a little name and address stamp here, little check box here, check mark on the front page. This is an interesting book. One of America's greatest writers takes you into the not-so-distant future to show you a chilling picture of what might happen if, in the United States, if forces already in motion today are not halted in time. In this emotion-charged novel, you will see what happens to ordinary people enslaved by a merciless dictatorship, and to the few gallant men and women who dare fight against it. You will share their despair, their anger, their hunger to find someone to love and trust in a world gone mad. If you're sure a dictatorship can't happen here, read this terrifying novel of the not-so-distant future and be warned. Taylor Caldwell, The Devil's Advocate. 1964. Interesting. Let's do it. Interesting. Let's start it up. $3, 20 seconds. So they changed our flight plan from Philly to Dallas. Now I had a 90-minute layover in Dallas. And we sat on the tarmac in Philly for an hour. They changed our flight plan. Instead of flying in a straight line from Philly to Dallas, we flew from Philadelphia down the East Coast to Florida, made a right turn at Florida, and then, let me run this one again here. Made a right turn at Florida, flew over New Orleans and into Dallas. Now, that got us there 3 hours late. So by the time we got there, my connecting flight to Montana had departed an hour and a half earlier. And guess how many flights there are from Dallas to Montana on any given day? That's right, one. So when you travel like that, you just got to make the best of it. I said, all right, well, I guess we're going to have a fun day here in Dallas. So I got a hotel room, I rented a car, had a nice lunch, had a nice dinner. I went and saw that new Captain America movie. It was all right. I've got some charged comments for my comic book show on Friday about Captain America, Kraven, and Venom: The Last Dance. But you'll have to tune in Friday to hear that story. All right, here's a vintage Bantam book, The Hunters, the unforgettable story of the jet fighter pilots, the big novel of the supersonic war in the air by James Salter. Come on, sing it with me. Highway to the danger zone. Edward M. Neary Nose from Drexel Hill, PA. He stamped this bad boy a couple times. Here you go. The Bantam edition, published July 1958. That's in good shape for a 1958 book. There you go. Who wants to go Top Gun? Off we go. Get this one running. Let's do $2 on this one. 20 seconds, $2. Up and running. This is the last of the paperbacks. Then we'll go into some of these more interesting hardcover ones. They're a little heavier, but I do have a few more. Yeah, let's go for some of the others here. Alright, No Love for the Hunters. Alright, let's hit these ones. Zane, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Up next, Let's Fish, a guide to fresh and saltwater fishing. Nice one. Couple of marks in it. Let's see what year this is. How old are these fish? Survey says 1952. Just chilling? That's cool. Hey, I scored some more comics today, as you know I tend to do. Former Old Bridge, New Jersey library book here. Couple of rips, couple of tears. Let's make it cheap. So I picked up about 250 comics today. $2 start on the Fish Guide. Yes, I did find some Zardy Daredevil. I forget which issues now. There were a couple in there. There was a handful of Daredevil and some Elektra. I sucked it all up. You know, I did that Daredevil show the other week. Yeah, some really neat stuff. Lots of Bronze Age stuff. So I picked up a ton of that. So yeah, we'll see. Check it out. You can watch. I forget if I mentioned this to you, but apparently you can't watch the replays on Whatnot anymore unless you bought something in the show. So I've got my YouTube channel tied in with whatnot now. So you can, if you miss a show and you just want to see, hey, what did Chris have this week? You can go to my YouTube channel, same name, Cool and Common, and go check out the live stream tab, and all the old shows from here will be there. His run is peak. You met him when he came and did a talk at school, and you got some signatures and a picture. Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, well, I mean, I really loved it that, $1. Hey, that's not a bad price. Let's try to get that. I love it that Whatnot was doing that, but I thought in my own head, like, at some point they're going to run out of server space, right? Especially as more and more people start actually selling here and recording their shows. Like, that server space is going to go up exponentially. So I guess they must have hit some kind of limit. So whatever. But yeah, I'm using YouTube now. All right, these are the Coverley Papers by Gordon Ross. We'll do $5 on that one. They should have just made it where old replays get offloaded after a month. Yeah, right. Why not? I know there is some kind of limit on it, because I mean, even I can't go back and watch my shows from like 6 months ago or anything. So, and it is a little weird because I was gone last week because I was in Montana for work, but last time I checked, I could still go in and watch my own videos. All right, that's the Coverley Papers. Thornton Wilder. I gotta get these listed, man. Got another slipcase book. Nice slipcase. Thornton Wilder. The Bridge of San Luis Rey. Nice one. Like these collector kind of books. From the Heritage Club. It's got the little pamphlet that comes with all of them. Very cool. Let's get this one going. $5 on this one. Up and running. Thanks for coming on in, everybody. My name is Chris. It's the Cool and Common Stream. It is the Wednesday night book show. Tonight, vintage books of all shapes and sizes. What I'm going through here that you're seeing in front of you are books that are not in the store. So keep one eye here. Flip through that store. If you don't see anything in the store that turns you on, stick with me here. You might see something. If you want to request something, just let me know. Another slipcase book, Green Mansions by W.H. Hudson, with illustrations. Little wear on the slipcase. Oh, look at that. How cool is that? Look at that. Green Mansions. That is a cool-ass cover. Love it. Dear member, it is a great pleasure to send you the accompanying volume as a book dividend to which you are entitled by reason of your recent purchases of Books of the Month. We hope that you and all the members of your family will enjoy it. Cordially yours, Book of the Month Club, Meredith Wood, Vice President. Well, isn't that special? Look at this. Look at the colors in here. Holy moly. It is like brand new. And it's all in green. All the illustrations are in green. Look at that. Woo! That is neat. A couple of color plates in there. But yeah, all the illustrations are in green. Very cool. Very cool. Check that out. Slipcase, paper, hot looking cover. Let's get this one going. Put a $5 on that. Colby cheese, welcome. Colby cheese in my top 3 cheese list. Number 3, sharp cheddar. Number 2, Colby Jack. Number 1, are you ready? Pepper Jack. There you go. Pepper Jack, number 1. All right, let's get this away. I hadn't actually opened this before. I'm shocked at how gorgeous that green cover is. Green Mansions, W.H. Hudson. Check that out. Let's see here. Ooh, hello. Another nice one. There you go. Cheese knows cheese. Crime Stories from the Strand. Look at this slipcase book. The Folio Society. You got this worn, slightly worn, but really cool gold slipcover case. And again, check out the detail there. You got the gold gilding. Look at that. Little murderer with holding the knife in the shadows. Look at that. That is cool. Crime Stories from the Strand. Ooh, look at that. Dude, if you know anybody who likes murder mysteries. Oh, somebody wrote on it? Oh, I'll have to erase that pencil. $7. Not on this show. Crime Stories from the Strand. Why do you go writing in a book like that? The London Folio Society, 1991. That appears. Well, let's flip through. I would imagine that's the only mark in here. Yep, there you go. All right, 1991. We're looking at a $7 bill. Why do you do that? It's such a cool book like that. I have a friend who would absolutely adore that. Too bad their birthday is already. Hey, nothing. You could always get a nice little belated birthday present. That's okay. Christmas is only 296 days away, so what am I doing here? $5. Yeah, that is really cool. Yeah, some of these slipcover books, they're very unassuming. You see like this scratched up book binder or something, and then you see this, and people are like, "Yeah, tell me about it." Well, if it doesn't sell here, guess where it's going? You see this kind of thing, and some people are like, "Oh, that's boring." But then you look at it, and I mean, a lot of these are even like handcrafted. So it's crazy. Woo! Here's another one. It's got a few stickers on it, but Agatha Christie, A Caribbean Mystery, or is it A Caribbean Mystery? This looks old. Book Club Edition. A Miss Marple Story. Book Club Edition. 1964. Can that be a first book club edition? First published in book form in the U.S. 1965. Copyright 1964. So first U.S. book club edition? Damn. Damn. Tell me how much this one is going for, Zane. $5 start on this one. Whew. My philosophy on all my shows is if I get a good deal on it, I make a little bit of money, pass on a good deal to someone else. If there's some bidding going on and it goes for whatever it goes for, that's fine too. 7 on Thrift Book. Well, there you go. All right. You gotta eat that shipping, but once you do, Check this one out. This is these Louis L'Amour books. This is a Louis L'Amour book who wrote many, many Western novels. Check this out. It's got the rice paper protective cover still on it. A little bit of wear. A little bit of wear up top there, maybe. Wow. The rice paper cover still on it. 1974. Wow. Oh, this is the 1982 Louis L'Amour collection. So I know that these books, there's like a set of about, God, what are they? Oh, you got the gold gilding going on all around it. These can sell in sets for big bucks. Big bucks. I didn't even see what story this was. Hold on a second. Sackett's Land. Sackett's Land, Louis L'Amour, 1980s collector edition with the rice paper cover still on it. $5 start on these. Yeah, if you can find sets of these, I've seen sets go for hundreds of dollars. I forget how many are in the set. 20, 30. There's like a huge amount of books in that set, if I recall. Down to the last 10 seconds. $5 on the Louis L'Amour. Mollusk on Point, welcome. Good to see you. Meg, thanks for coming in. Appreciate everybody coming to check out the show. It's the Wednesday night book show on the Cool and Common stream. Tonight, vintage and antiquarian books. Here's one, maybe not quite so vintage, but it is a classic. King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table, the illustrated classics. Book looks like brand new. Little bump on the top on the inside. It's still, all right, add your own joke here. It's still quite stiff when you pull on it. Makes that creaking sound. I know, that's what she said. All right, get your Greek on. There you go. Illustrated classics. So these books are great for kids. This is like a super durable hardcover. You always got the text there. Every other page has an illustration. And a lot of times they would actually get like really great comic book artists to do these. Some of these are collectible because the illustrations were done by people like Gray Morrow and just other fantastic. Let's see if we got who the illustrator is on this one. Edited by blah blah blah. Illustrations by Pablo Marcos Studio. All right, let's get this one going. Let's do 3 on that one. Get it going here. $3 up and running. If you're jumping around show to show tonight, there's some great booksellers out there. Just feel free to throw down a pre-bid. Pre-bids are always welcome. I will make sure any and all pre-bids get ran before I sign off tonight. So, but of course, there's 3 of us in here, including myself. So if there's anything you want to see, please feel free to interrupt me. Just let me know, and I'll grab it out of the store and run it for you. If there's a book there you want to take a closer look at, just to see what condition and all that stuff, that's the benefit of live selling. Just let me know in the chat. All right, now I know this book goes for good money because I looked it up. This is the Anti-Federalist Papers, Selected Writings and Speeches. It's got a remainder mark on the bottom. A little bit of just some light scuffing. This is volume 5. Despite their name, the Anti-Federalists did share in the American consensus demanding Republican government respectful of inherited individual and state rights, but they opposed the Constitution because they believed it would destroy the freedoms all Americans cherished. And the Anti-Federalists were effective in their cause. Indeed, their opposition to the Constitution's original draft produced the Bill of Rights, 10 amendments whose collective purpose was the protection of inherited individual and state rights from federal incursion, and whose inclusion drastically altered the original composition and purposes of the new governing document. In other words, the Anti-Federalist writings reveal strands in the American political tradition that are not well known, but should be, given their formative impact on that tradition. There you go. Great one. Very interesting. First edition, 1999, volume 5. This is not a picture book. You got a poli-sci major you're interested in, or someone you know? Political junkie? Nice one. The Anti-Federalist Papers. Right there. Up and running. I've got another one here that I ran earlier in the show. It's called The Devil's Advocate by Taylor Caldwell. That's a book from the early 1960s that talks about uh, a future in America under dictatorship and how you could take a democracy and turn it into a dictatorship. It's from 1962 or 1966. All right, let's put these Anti-Federalist papers up here. Got some good books here. Get some of these books out and about. All right, next box. All right, let me get these out of here. Just give a quick pan there. If anybody's interested in any of these, let me know. Anti-Federalists. Let's get these guys here together first. Get them out of the way. All right. All right. Next box. Let's see what we have here. All right. Up next, One Life, One Kopeck, a novel by Walter Durante. This book is one of the most exciting first novels I've ever read. I couldn't lay it down, and when I was finished, I wish it were twice as long. Well, there you go. As a Moscow correspondent to the New York Times since the 1920s, Mr. Durante had become almost a Russian institution. He knows the language, he's lived the life of the people. He has friends in every walk of Russian life. Visitors to the Soviet capital turn to him for advice and information. The inhabitants look upon him as one of themselves. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, $35? Really? Interesting. Walter Durante, an American living in Moscow, 1937. This thing even has errata put in here. Wow, they actually went in and glued the errata in. Copyright 1937. Damn. Book's appearing in good shape. Binding is tight. Little chipping on the bottom of the cover, the dust cover, I mean, yeah. It is kind of glued there. So a little chipping down here through the bottom, but it is taped in place. One life, one Kopek. $5. Up and running on that one. Let's look this one up. Let's see. 1937. One life, one Kopek. It sold for $15. Oh, what do we got here? What do we got here? Masterpieces of Modern French Fiction. Salambo by Gustave Flaubert. Nice one. Got a little bit of tear there on the cloth. Everything is still held together nice. It's not going anywhere. Oh, except for that page. Well, this page is. But other than this page, it's not going anywhere. There you go. Right up front. I like to give it the shake test. Alright, let's see what we got here. Plymouth William and Rowe printers. Wow, this is old. You can feel the old paper in there. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. Okay. How about that? Alright. Cool. The Feast. Interesting. All rights reserved. Alright. Yeah, other than that page right there, let's see if we got any other page looses. No, everything looks good. Alright, let's do it. Bundle Anti-Federalists and the Devil's Advocate. Kobe! Sorry, I just saw that message. Yeah, I could do that for you. Let's run this one. Yeah, you're still here, Kobe? Sorry, I was ignoring you there. I'm not even staring at the screen. Alright. Yeah, you got it. So I do use flat rate shipping, so I'll just throw them together and under the heavier than 1 pound listing, under the heavy book. And let me do that for you. Here we go. We'll get these two out of the way. All right, here you go. Anti-Federalists, Selected Writings and Speeches, Volume 5. And Taylor Caldwell, The Devil's Advocate. I like the nice red around here. Very nice. Put those two. What did I start? 5 and 3 is 8. Here we go. That is a deal, my friend. That is a deal. Let's drop it down to 15 seconds. Up and running. Thank you, Colby. Admit it. Admit it. I had you. I had you at the top 3 cheese list, didn't I? I'm glad you're into these. That's cool. And there you go. Bam. Coupon right away. Thank you very much, Colby. That is a steal. All right. Let's see. Yeah, thank you very much for that. Let's see. What's next in this box? I do have a... Wow. I do have a few others. You did. Ain't easy being cheesy. I hear that. All right. So I don't know if you're into that. If you were into them, Colby, for the history of it, for the topic, or the Soviet Union stuff. I do have a few more history books. Check this one out. This one, I haven't done the research yet, but I know it's a good one. Soviet Russia, A Living Record and History. William Henry Chamberlain. It's got a little wear on the back. I mean, check out the photos in here. A group of communist youths. The Utes in a machine factory. 1931. Check that out. Originally 1929. Yeah, there's definitely photos in here. It's got a nice little index. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. What is this? All right. We got a fold-out map. What is this? Check this out. Damn. Oh, my God. We got a letter. We got a letter. Hold on. Hold your horses. This is live. I did not look through this book. New York. First of all, it's on airmail paper. It's like rice paper, super light. The letterhead is Antonin Raymond and L.L. Rideau. 101 Park Avenue, New York. Murray Hill 35797. This is a copy. New York, 24th of September, 1953. Dear Pop, you'll find an article on the famous school episode in the latest issue of the Forum in this package. On page 45 and photograph. You might be interested to keep it. Also, you can have the other copy that I had of the original booklet in case you give the others out to anybody. At house, the drawers look very good, even though all of these are not in place as yet. The few that I managed to put in are no trouble and work fine. I hope to finish all 5 this weekend. We hope to see you all in Philadelphia in a week or two, and for more than one day. Eileen said to say hello to all. Please tell Bill and Jacqueline to call me, as I am able and very anxious to help them move at any time. Jack. Interesting. All right. so, so you're getting the map. You're getting pictures of Russia from the 1930s. You're getting a personalized letter from Jack. Soviet Russia, a living history and record. How about that? Damn. $5 on that one. Curly, welcome. Brian, good to see you. Thanks for coming in, everybody. I'm Chris. It's the Cool and Common stream. We're doing some vintage and antiquarian books tonight. All right, so there's Soviet Russia, a living history. We've got another history book, The Stream of History. Jeffrey Parsons, I should say. Little wear. I'll tell you what, these old books, though, wow, look at that. Is that Lady Liberty? Lady Liberty is topless. All right. 1928, The Stream of History. Let's see if we can gather something here. Copyright 1928, Scribner and Sons. This short sketch of the past has one principal aim, to present the centuries not as the mountain of sunlit fact which history has tended to portray, but rather as a stream of mingled facts and theory, now clear, now muddied by passion and prejudice, eddying about this hero or that, and reaching each generation through the shifting channels of individual minds. There's been a slow gain in certainty as to facts, but the last century has exaggerated the gains in interpretive and useful wisdom. The extraordinary growth of science within its chosen territory has tended to obscure the vast unknown which surrounds the limited fields of fact and logic. The application of scientific method to certain of the data of history has misled its followers into assuming that not only the facts of the past, but, in addition, man's conclusions therefrom were approaching finality. The truth is rather that complexity increases as new approaches to the past are discovered. Say it, brother, you know it. From 1928. Truer words never said. Up and running. The Stream of History, up to and including 1928. They say the more things change, the more they stay the same, right? All right. Here's a history book, something a little different. 1,000,001 Nights, The History of the Motion Picture by Terry Ramsey. I love old books like this. Look at this. Charlie Chaplin editing films in the cutting room of his studio in Hollywood, California. Charlie Chaplin cutting film. Come on. This is volume 2, 1926. 1926. Let's see what other good things we got in here. Damn. The History of the Motion Picture. Hey, my Greek letters are good. 1926. There you go. Starts with chapter 37. Alaska, War, and Tammany. How about that? Let's see if there's any other photos in here. Oh, there's some. David Wark Griffith. Maurice Costello, among the earliest of real stars of the screen, who set a precedent for actors at Vitagraph by being the first player to refuse to help the stage carpenters. I'm an artist. I do not wield the hammer. And that's how you got union jobs on theater stages. Check that out. How cool is this? You got a theater lover, you got a movie buff. Wow. How cool is that? All right, here it is. 1,000,001 Nights. 1926. The History of Movies. That thing should be in a museum right there. I think I'm going to mail this to the Oscar Academy and tell them to put it in that museum they show every year. Last few seconds. Oh, all right. Little piece of history right there. Here is a fiction book, The Patrol of the Sundance Trail by Ralph Connor. Nice embossed cover there. Soldier or patrolman. Look at that. That's kind of cool. A little relief on the inside cover. Copyright 1914. The trail runner, his country's need, a fishing we will go, the big chief, ancient sacrifice. How about that? Nice one. 1914. Vintage adventure book. The Patrol of the Sundance Trail. Ralph Connor. Let's go. Let's do 3 on this one. 15 seconds. Up and running. Last 3 seconds. Going once. Going twice. Alrighty. What is this one? Is this part 1? Hold on a second. Ah, look at this. Interesting. Man, that's beat up though. Hold on a second. We gotta check something out. 1,000,001 Nights. Is this 1,000,001 Nights Volume 1? Oh, it is! Oh, it is! Oh, well, Volume 2. Hold on. Volume 2? Wait a minute now. 1,000,001 Nights Volume 2? And this one was... What volume was this? I've got 2 Volume 2s. What the heck? I thought at least we'd have Volume 1 and Volume 2. This one's in much worse shape, obviously, but let's put those 2 together. Ah, if that was Volume 1 and 2, that would have been sweet. What we're looking at here. Wow, look at this. Oh my God. There's no title on this book? Wow. All right, you're not going to believe this one. Look at this. This unassuming book, now I remember why I purchased it. It's kind of falling apart on the spine. You can't tell what it is. Check this out. Wow, this is not a $5 start, but even in this condition, you'll know why in a second. This book is In Memoriam of California's Dead, April 18th, 1906. You know what that is? You'll see in a second. Cliff House and Seal Rocks. One of the chief attractions of the city was Cliff House, situated on Point Lobos. Fort Point and the Golden Gate entrance to San Francisco Bay, one of the finest harbors in the world. The Golden Gate is 1.5 miles wide. Some more pictures around San Francisco. This book, San Francisco's Horror of Earthquake and Fire, Terrible Devastation and Heartrending Scenes, Immense Loss of Life and Hundreds of Millions of Properties Destroyed. The most appalling disaster of modern times, containing a vivid description of this overwhelming calamity, suddenness of the blow, great number of victims, fall of great buildings, thousands driven from their homes. The unparalleled catastrophe leaves San Francisco a heap of smoldering ruins. Fierce flames sweep the doomed city, beautiful buildings in ashes, to which is added graphic accounts of the eruptions of Vesuvius and many other volcanoes, explaining the causes of volcanic eruptions and earthquakes. Well, that's kind of a stretch. They go from the Great San Francisco earthquake to Vesuvius and volcanoes. Wow. So this entire book is a document of the Great San Francisco earthquake. Look at these photos. Oh my God. Wow. I mean, the book's not in great shape, but still, that for a book like this with these photos, that doesn't even matter. The fact that it's here and complete, wow. Wow. All right. The Great San Francisco earthquake. That's amazing. I'm going to start it at 5. I don't know why, but I am. Again, not great shape on the spine. You can see it's kind of disintegrating as I'm opening it, but wow. Alrighty then. Holy moly. Check out the detail. Look at the marbling. The marbling on the edges here. They don't make books like that no more. Damn. All right. A lot of times during my vintage shows, I get asked, do you have any Bibles? Do you have any religious books? So here's one. Hurlbut's Story of the Bible for Young and Old. Let's check out the binding on this one. Yep, a little bit separated here, right? A little separation there. Does that say Master? Master Donald Brooks from Auntie Heller. Christmas 1918. Story of the Bible. There you go. For young and old. It's got some color plates in there. David and Goliath. 168 stories, each complete in itself and together forming a connected narrative of the Holy Scripture. How about that? Abraham and Isaac on Mount Moriah. 168 different Bible stories. Some black and white illustrations here. The women meeting David with dancing and singing. Jonathan's son before David. The prophet whose prayer raised a boy to life. The first 4 kings of Judah. Jerusalem today. How about that? Hurlbut's Story of the Bible. $5 start. 15 seconds. Up and running. Thrift in the Night. Welcome. East Coast audience. Yes, East Coast. West Coast will be coming soon. We'll see. All right. Clean this off a little bit. All right. Let's see. I got 3 books left here in the box, and then we'll see where we go from there. An autobiography, Edward L. Trudeau, M.D. Looks like ex-library. The Historical Society of Fort Washington, Pennsylvania. Donated by the Pardee family in July of 1953. Olvia Party, White Mark, and oh yeah, hold on. Olivia Pardee, because it was donated by the Pardee family. White March, Pennsylvania, 1918. Looks like we got a little bit of separation here. Up to the cover, there's E.L. Trudeau, subject of the book. An autobiography by Edward Livingston Trudeau, M.D., 1916. Original copyright, 1915. Wow, the paper on this thing is great. It's amazing the difference in quality of paper you can feel from these old books. Let's see, there's some photos here. Mrs. E.L. Trudeau, 1910, with a pug. She's got a pug. Isn't that cute? Ooh. Oh, I love finding stuff like this. First, we found a letter. All right, let's see what this is. Was it just a bookmark, or was it something that meant something? Let's see. Hold on. There's another few photos in there. All right, let's see what we got here. Obviously, it's kind of stained the inside there between pages 98 and 99. Let's see what we got. Could just be a bookmark. Could be something that relates to the doctor. Let's see. The English tribute to Roosevelt in Westminster Abbey. It appears to be the article that was clipped. Wow, look at these old advertisements. Hair, Oriental rugs. Furrier, 1911 Chestnut Street. That's crazy. Study Slavic languages. Penn professor urges. A study of the Russian and Slavic languages was urged yesterday by Dr. Franklin Edgerton, professor of the Russian language at the University of Pennsylvania, in announcing the first convention of the Society for the Advancement of Slavic Languages to be held here on April 21st. Man, we know the book is from 1915, so I'm assuming this newspaper article is from 1915 or so. How cool is that? All right, we're going to put it right back there where we found it. The autobiography of Edward L. Trudeau. Let's run it. All right, we got two more here. It's the ever popular, don't know how you live without it, familiar quotations from Bartlett. Bartlett's familiar quotation. We use this in school back in the day all the time, right? Crazy. Passages, phrases, and proverbs traced to their sources. The 10th edition. What year was the 10th edition? Well, let me tell you. 1917. 10th edition, Bartlett's Familiar Quotations, 1917. How about that? She is neither fish nor flesh, nor good red herring. Isaac Newton, 1642 to 1727. I do not know what I may appear to the world, but to myself I seem to have been only like a boy playing on the seashore, and diverting myself in now and then finding a smoother pebble or a prettier shell than ordinary, whilst the great ocean of truth lay all undiscovered before me. How about that? Looks in good shape. Nice one. That's one that would definitely class up a bookshelf. What do I run that at, 5? And we do have some chip in there on the top. Thanks for coming in, everybody. Michael, Dom, Thomas. I'll run this one again at $3. Thanks for coming in. This is my Wednesday night book show. We didn't have one last week because I wasn't in town. I was away on business. But every Wednesday we do a book show here on the Cool and Common stream. This week it is vintage and antiquarian books, as you can see. All right. Last new book of the show. Again, if there's anything you see in the store there that you would like a closer look at or might be interested in checking out, let me know. If you're jumping around show to show, please feel free to throw down some pre-bids. Here's the last one. We've had a lot of history books this show. This is Napoleon in Captivity by Julian Park, the Century Company. Book is nice and square and tight. Little corner bumping down here. I mean, these turn of the century books, you know. Somebody's got a little pencil mark there. Somebody's looking for $3. Napoleon in Captivity. The reports of Count Balmain, Russian commission on the island of St. Helena from 1816 to 1820. Translated and edited with introduction and notes by Julian Park, Professor of European History, University of Buffalo. How about that? Illustrated. Oh, excuse me. First printing, August 1927. Count Balmain's reports and letters, centering for 4 years around the circumstances of Napoleon's captivity, were written by one who never saw him. They are considered worthy of translation despite that fact, because they depict the extraordinary life on the rock of St. Helena. An island 47 square miles was generally termed, in probably as vivid and certainly as objective a manner than any of the innumerable companies of contemporary writers. How about that? So Napoleon, end of the war, gets sent off to desolation, isolation. Let's see if there's any other. There you go. Longwood, Napoleon's home, from December 10th until his death, May 5th, 1821. His bedroom is shown by the 4 windows at the right. How about that? There is a little addendum here. Interesting. All right, there it is. We're going to wrap up the show with Napoleon. We'll do $3 on this one. $3, 15 seconds on Napoleon. I'll try to get these in the store for next time. We'll see. All right, there we go. Hey, everybody. Let's check out the stack one last time. Let me know if there's anything in there you see you're interested in, you want to bundle up together. Going once. Going twice. We got the stream of history. We got the history of film up to 1928. We got the Bible stories. We got Bartlett's familiar quotations. We got the life in captivity of Napoleon. And there you go. All right, everybody. Well, hey, thanks so much for hanging out with me tonight. Always having fun here on the Cool and Common stream. Feel free to check me out when I'm not traveling. I do a Wednesday night book show, a Friday night comic book show, a Sunday morning CD, cassette, or vinyl show, and I alternate that with a Sunday ephemera show. Ephemera was the first thing I started selling here on Whatnot. So love doing the ephemera. I've actually got a comic book convention coming up soon in April in Allentown, Pennsylvania. If you're anywhere East Coast near Allentown, PA, drop me a message. I'll be happy to let you know a little more about it. And then a couple weeks after that, it will be the Allentown Paper Show, twice a year, April and October. So make sure you stop by, check it out. And thanks again. Please come and bookmark a few shows if you like the book shows. Every Wednesday, I've got a book show listed. So please feel free to go in there, give me a follow, throw down some bookmarks. You know it helps the show out. And I look forward to seeing you all again very soon. All right. Colby, thanks very much. Appreciate you. And we'll catch you next time here on the Cool and Common Stream.